Welcome to another video on the topic of building your own language learning application using Java and Spring Boot. So one of the things that's going to be useful if you're doing exercises in dictation, perhaps using data from Mozilla Common Voice, such as these data sets for German, which have audio files with text transcripts. So you can write an app, for example, just going to click play right here. Ich stelle hier die Fragen. So yeah, you can listen to the audio and you can attempt to say, I'm going to just go back in a second, but you can attempt to make a transcript and you can grade yourself on how well your transcript matched the official transcript. And in fact, I just did a session a moment ago, so I'm just going to go to the mistakes. And what you notice is that the way the transcript, or my transcript, says yours, but it's my transcript. The way it's graded is that I write what I think is the correct transcript of this audio. Turn up the volume so you can hear it. Yeah, so I made a little mistake the first time I encountered this one. And you'll see that in my transcript, theirs is the official one. So yeah, I'm missing the G. So the yellow G indicates that I need to add the G. And if you see that, maybe I have red. Yeah, so red means that I have to take a letter away. Yellow means, I guess in this case, just add a space, add an S. So red, take it away, yellow, add it. And this computation of the difference, or the diff, between the official transcript and mine is actually done not by code that I've written in my Java Spring Boot application. You see that here I have diff-match-patch helper and a function diff to diff a sentence, which is the official transcript with whatever the user, such as myself, has written. And computer's hanging a little bit, but we're changing the colors a little bit, but otherwise it's straight code that's copied from it's almost the same code as what's copied from a Google library on GitHub, diff-match-patch, which I think is a relatively high-powered diffing tool that's generally not used in the context of language learning, but in version control for software repositories, for example. So the diff, match, and patch libraries offer robust algorithms to perform the operations required for synchronizing plain text. And yeah, so you can imagine the myriad applications of this kind of library. And yeah, that's about it. So this is just one thing that you want to build into your application. If I were to write another language learning application, and yeah, I had to compare long strings of text to each other, such as sentence to sentence. Yeah, it's nice to have colors to indicate not only what the differences are, but what you have to correct in the future. And yeah, if you make a mistake in a transcript, if you're playing a session, then you can pretty clearly see and remember visually what you have to do and fix in the future after 5 minutes or so. So, and yeah, closing remark is simply that diff-match-patch library by Neil Fraser at Google is a helpful tool. It's a fundamental building block for a dictation-based language learning application. I would say in contrast, another tool like Google Translate, it's not that useful. Sure, I can look at the translation. This will go on all evening. But I think that the main thing with language learning, the first big step is customizing yourself to the sounds of the foreign language. And least in my case, being able to map those sounds to words, especially text. That's it.